Alrighty, so today we are going to be playing a little bit of Shattered Chess. The developer of the game actually reached out to me to give it a shot. I did. Seemed like something that was pretty good for the channel, so I decided to actually do a stream, make a video about it. It's got a few interesting things that I wasn't expecting from a chess-like game necessarily. But yeah, I guess we could just go ahead and get into it. So I believe this is kind of like, I'm going to use Balatro terms a lot probably. Similar to Balatro, it kind of has these things which are like the decks. But obviously since I haven't played much, I only have the first one. But getting into it, you get a board, which once it loads, I'll show that. So it's not chess in the typical sense where you go back and forth with it. You get a board like this that's already set out. You're the white pieces, they have the black pieces. And essentially what you need to do is you need to get this target score that's up here on the right. To get that score, you need to capture the enemy's pieces. But again, it's not like chess where like you move, they move, you move, they move. It's more of a combo-based system where you get to move over and over again to try to get capture after capture after capture after capture after capture. I think probably the best way to show that might just be doing it. So another thing to note is the points that you get. This is after the first move. The first move, I think you get the same base points no matter what, if I remember correctly from the tutorial. I might be wrong. The first move matters less than the following moves. So what I might do here is, since the rook is the best piece on the board in normal chess, that means it's actually worth the least. You can see their point totals down here. So I'm going to use the rook to capture this rook. And this starts the combo. So you see up here in the top right, we have 10 points currently. Our target score is to get to 1,000. Things that are really, really good at getting points are pawns. So I'm going to have this pawn capture here. Another little thing of note is you might see this pawn has a little, the stopwatch icon with a 1 on it. That means I can't move that until I move another piece. So I can't do anything with that until I do something else. You have 2 of each piece, so my other pawn can't do anything. He's not going to be able to do anything this whole time, probably. But looking at some of my other pieces, I see this bishop could do something. Can any of my knights? This knight can capture, so can that knight. I'll do this knight first, and that'll be enough points to go. Similar also to Balatro, with like Balatro's hands, you have moves here. So I had 7 remaining. I think you start with 10. The more moves you have at the end, the more money you get. If I hover over this, it shows you how much money you got. You get money for remaining moves. You get money just base. Each time there's also a quest in the top right. I didn't take a look at the quest until I did it. I think I actually did do the quest though, because I think the quest was to do it with 1 combo, and I did. So lucky me. But you get coins. Then we go into the shop thing here, and this has a few different things. So first off, we could get effects. These are kind of like one-time boosts. So strategic decisions, your next 3 captures will give +3 combo score. So combo score is the one on the left, I believe. That's like base number in Balatro. Then the blue one on the right, that's the multiplier. So these are one-time use, and I never use one-time use items. I really hate doing one-time use as opposed to stuff that's more long-lasting. Obviously, they're usually more powerful or cheaper. But looking at the passives here, these are a lot more game-affecting. So my knights move 1 extra tiles on the short side of their L-shaped move. So essentially, they move in a complete 2-2, I think is what that would mean. I don't know if that's actually better. The first 1 moves with rooks are free. That could be really good, because that doesn't count towards my moves, so that gives me more gold at the end. Although rooks are the least powerful when it comes to scoring. Transform 1 enemy piece into rook. This might be kind of good to go with both of these. I could kind of go for a rook build. So my first move with rooks are free, and then I could transform an enemy piece to a rook. And the reason why it says first 1 move with the S thing is that you can level these up. I think they go up to level 3. maybe 5. But I assume with this one and probably with this one, each time you level it up, it goes from first 1 move to first 2 moves to first 3 moves, sort of deal. We're almost done explaining, I promise. Actually, that's it for now. I'll leave it there for now. We'll cover the rest later. But we'll move on to the next enemy here, and let's go actually look at the quest this time. So, make 2 captures on black tiles. That's likely something that I'm just going to do anyways, so I'm not too worried about actually completing that. This pawn spawned in an awful spot because I can't use it for anything. This pawn isn't good either, so don't really need to worry about the pawns. This rook move feels like it's not taking it away from anything, but that's also putting a rook in a spot where it can't capture again. What I could do is I could just place it in there and just go to town with a rook, but again, that's not going to get me very many points. Let's do this rook move. Then I want to do a knight move because my pawns aren't going to be useful. I can't do anything with pawns right now. They're in bad spots. But knights are the next one that's worth the most, so I'll move a knight there to capture that. Then I'll move a knight. I could probably just go through this with just the knights going back and forth. Yeah, easily enough. Again, in that scenario, I probably would have rather used pawns, but it's not a huge deal. I got the knight thing again, I don't care. Gain a random combo score in between 5 and 25 at the end of each combo. That seems really not great. Because even at its best, that's only 5 more than just a single rook move. So, I don't think that's great. If combo length is greater than 12, every second capture with rooks will multiply the total combo mult by 1.5. That doesn't seem too bad. I mean, it goes along with my rook build, but getting a combo of greater length than 12 is going to be difficult. Although I bet you when I upgrade this, the way it upgrades is it lowers the required amount. So I'll go ahead and grab that. How much money do I have left? So I only have 6 monies left. I can't do anything with 6 monies, so let's move on to the next enemy. I don't think I got the quest there. I don't know if I got the quest there. Maybe I did. Make 1 capture with rooks on vertical line. Huh? And 1 on horizontal line. Oh, so just 1 moving left, right, 1 moving up, down. Okay. I mean, that's not hard whatsoever with rooks. I can do that pretty much right off the bat. Just this rook caps. Let's go with that one. So that was horizontal, then do this one, that's vertical. Got the quest done. Then, as I said it earlier, next look for pawns. I really only have 1 pawn move that's worth a damn. Next are knights. This knight's the only one that's really able to do anything, because this knight can't do anything. That knight also can't do anything, so now let's look at bishops. This guy doesn't have anything on that diagonal. This guy has a bishop to capture, and that'll be enough. Probably eventually I'm going to start wanting to upgrade my rooks and this thing. Let's see. That's good for pawns. Every 3rd capture with a bishop will grant a bonus depending on the color of the 3rd capture. Black, okay. I mean, that's really good for bishops, but can push... Rook can... Oh, the top thing's the name. I didn't realize that. I thought that was part of the description. Rook can push all the pieces around the tile where it moves. I don't know what that means. Choose 2 of your pieces and transform them into enemies. That could be pretty good. Again, these are just basic ones. So, I don't have any passives to buy here. I don't know. I don't think there's any interest in this, like, Blatro. So I don't know if there's any real reason to save money up. So since I have some extra money, I could do, as I said before, I could upgrade these passives, or I could upgrade the pieces themselves. So it costs 10 here. So if I do that, now the rook is on par with the bishop, and I can continue doing that. What I'm probably going to do is... Ooh, this goes up in price each time. I said I was thinking I was going to upgrade this one because now the first 2 moves. I just realized something. Transform 1 enemy piece into rooks. I don't know if that means they become my rook or they become the enemy's rook, and I don't know if an enemy becoming a rook really helps me out too much. But I don't know. Don't really have any money to spend on that. Don't really have much money to spend on that. I might just end up saving the 14. I'll buy the trader one because that could be a really good. That could be really good in a tough spot, and I could just save that until I get into a tough spot. With bishops, capture 1 of each different enemy piece type. Okay, that's going to be a little difficult. Especially depending on where my bishops spawn. Actually, that's not too hard at all, because this bishop can capture pawn, then this bishop can go knight, rook, bishop. So pawn, knight. Oh, forgot I had to put some moves in the middle. Probably should have done that one first. Let's hope I'm able to... Okay, I was able to do it. So I got the quest. Pawns aren't in a spot where they're going to be able to capture jack shit. I can move that knight, and that'll be enough. Okay, I did not play that well, but we got there in the end. Bishops, and just stop reading that. Captures grant +1 combo molt for each enemy rook on board. Goes along with that one pretty well. I'm still not even sure how to turn the enemies into rooks. So for the shop, I have this reroll. This, I believe, resets every single boss fight, and I'm about to go to a boss fight, so might as well re-roll a couple times, see if I get something good. If the combo started with an enemy rook, you gain +10 combo score for each rook captured during that combo. That's pretty good. Every piece captured with the rook grants a +2 combo molt. I might... Oh, I can't grab both of those. So currently I kind of have 2 different builds going. I have a build where I use rooks and a build where I capture rooks. Judging by the rules of Balatro, multiplier is better than base score. This bounty hunt passive is base score, where the other one is multiplier. So, following the rules of Balatro, that one's better. And I'm pretty much out of money. Any of these good? Enemy bishops grant +5. Rook's combo will grant you the same combo score and multi-score as the pawns combo. That's alright for now. Hopefully I'll get to the point where where the rooks are actually better than pawns, but for now that's good. I mean, I could use that right now. I guess what's the mission? Capture 2 enemy pieces with the same piece type as the one you are capturing. How do I use this? Transform 1 enemy piece into a rook. How do I do that? I don't know. Is it just random? Okay. I don't know how that works. We can do a... Let's see. To do that, if we're using just rooks, we need to capture 2 rooks, and we could easily do that. So that rook moves there, that rook moves there. Don't want to move this rook there or there. This rook there would capture another rook. I mean, I'm gonna get it either way. I might as well go for the definite free points. I should have used this earlier. I'm an idiot. There. Did I get enough? Ah, I didn't do it. I was too fast. During a combo, you can make a move without ending it. Oh, okay. So another thing with the combos is if you make a move that doesn't capture, it ends the combo. So that's kind of where it comes in with it being a combo. So that just kind of takes that away. Spawn a 2x2 area where pieces captured give a ×2 multiplier. That could be really good. I'm gonna take out my transforms 1 enemy rook for that, because I don't even really know what the transform 1 enemy rook thing did. 16 gold left. I'll just save it. First 3 rook moves. So I can't go past level 3, so I guess it's probably level 5. If I was correct in my earlier assumption. Alright. Capture 3 enemy bishops. And this singular pawn is worth more. So 1, 2, 3 bishops. How would I be able to capture those? I could definitely capture this one, but I don't know how I'd be able to capture these 2. Yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be able to do that quest. Let's do a quick rook move, rook move, rook move. Oh, I guess I could have done it that way. Yeah, way too slow though. Using rooks, every 3rd rook capture will spawn 1 more enemy rook. Ooh. Spawn 1 more enemy piece just in general. It's pretty solid. The long range, I just don't see myself ever using. Like, when am I going to go above 12 on captures? Although I don't have that rook synergy anymore. So I'll get rid of that one. And get that. I mean, I guess I could also get rid of that and get that and just have a whole bunch of things for my rooks to go capture. Another free rook move would be great. And let's move on. Make 2 moves with pawns. So that pawn can capture there, and this pawn can't capture at all. So going to ignore that quest. Although both my rooks are in awful spots. I guess something I could do is I could have this go capture this. And this rook can capture that rook in the double spot. This rook can go capture there. This rook can capture there. This rook can capture there. Okay, let me explain what just happened there. Whenever you use a piece a certain number of times, it can upgrade with the star value. And that gives it a different moveset than regular chess. So now my additional moveset, because I use the rooks enough, is I can jump... I believe it's I can jump over my own piece, or I can jump over pieces in general. So, yeah, pretty good. So technically I could go capture that rook now, but not a big deal. It mostly is going to help with jumping over my own pieces. If you capture an enemy piece with the same piece type, gain plus 60 combo score. That could be good if I was doing a more varied build. I think I forget how I do it. Change pieces. So what I could do here is I could pay 20 to change my pieces into a rook. So I could change both my pawns into rooks. And then I could, once I get more money, I could continue doing that until I have only rooks. And I could do a rook build, which is what I'm going to do. Quest this time, make 2 captures on white tiles. Of course, my multiplier sigil did not spawn where an enemy is. I guess let's just get going. I really like the free rook moves. Ooh. Am I gonna run out of pieces to capture? No, almost. Almost though. Probably a smart thing to do now would be to upgrade how much rooks are worth and spawn more enemy pieces. Because I just want all rooks and the whole board to just be filled with enemies for me to go wipe out. Move there. Might as well get that one. Move that up there, so then this guy can go there. Plenty of pieces that time. Really, at this point, it's just me getting gold. Got 40 coins. Let's go change. Let's change bishops into rooks. Bishop into rook. And now I only have 2 more knights and the rest of my pieces are rooks. Ooh. After each move, a random piece of yours will be transformed into a pawn. I should have been paying more attention to that. Get that while I can, and of course it turns into a pawn. I should be making my moves assuming that my pieces might turn into pawns. So I want to get this guy over there. Because now if he turns into a pawn... Oh, I got the final level for my rook. What does that mean? Huh? I don't even know what just happened there. Wait, does that mean if I capture something... I'm not sure what's happening. I'm not sure what was happening there. I'm not sure what the rook upgrade did. Start the combo length from ×2. I mean, that's just essentially saying start the combo 1 ahead, which isn't bad, especially if I upgrade it. Could be pretty good. Honestly, yeah, that's so far better than the multiplier sigil. Is it though? I'm gonna go ahead and just make the decision and not really think about it, because that sounds like the best way to handle that. And let's go get the rest of my pieces into rooks. So now we only have rooks. Moving to the next one. I'm not even paying attention to the quest anymore. Just my quest is rook. Move there. I'm not afraid of losing at this point. It's just if I can do it more efficiently, which at this point I only have rooks, so no, I cannot. What is this? Upgrade a random uncommon passive. Forget what level uncommon is. If that's green, that means I just upgraded that for significantly less. Let's go. Probably just gonna be upgrading my stuff. Let's get... So I have maxed out this, so now my first 5 rook moves don't count towards my moves. That's pretty insane. Forget exactly how many bosses there are. I'm not even really paying attention at this point. I think it's just too easy. Too easy, too good at the game. Upgrading time. Every piece captured with a rook grants +2 combo molts. That could be pretty solid. So I'd rather just get more pieces on the board. This is just making sure that I don't lose, essentially. Because my combo will never end if there's just infinite pieces on the board. Although I kind of got a rough spawn here. It's just too easy. Just wiping the whole board. It's not even close. I think I need more score. I have inevitability when it comes to capturing pieces, but it's taking me too long to get there. So I could just upgrade this thing its base, or I could do Rook Rampage. Upgrade that a couple times. Because now I get +8 molt every single time I capture, plus the additional +4 from the Rook's level itself. So let's just continue moving here. I'm not even really paying attention to what I'm doing. I just know that there is going to be a piece I could capture every single time for sure. I should probably be checking out what the boss is. Bishops on white tiles give +0 combo score, and bishops on black tiles, so capturing bishops is just less useful. I'm gonna use the rest of my money probably on just upgrading score again. Can't do that one, so let's start the combo from a higher score. So this time I also want to show off something else. Technically, so you say I was going move, and obviously I moved here, but let's say, oh no, I can't do anything. I can come over here and press respawn pieces, and that moves everything back to to a random spot with the pieces that are still on the board. It doesn't respawn anything, just puts them into a random spot, but I'm able to still continue my combo by going bang, 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 yada yada. So let's just keep going here. Again, that's mostly if you get stuck, but I have honestly such a good build right now that I don't think I am going to get stuck at any point. I don't really care about any of this stuff, so let's just upgrade. Go back for score and combo length start. I guess with my combo length starting higher, that'll probably be a lot easier for me to have gotten to the 12 combo. Something to remember for future playthroughs. After each move, all your pieces will be shifted one tile in a random direction. Okay. That's on the boss. I don't know why I expected that to happen right then. Just continue doing our thing. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Let's see. None of these have anything to do with rooks, so let's upgrade score again. And that's all I can use my money on. Let's keep going through this. I forget how many bosses there are. I assume I'm on the easiest difficulty right now, and if I remember correctly, there was 5, so we're probably coming. This might be the final boss I'm coming up on, and I'm just absolutely destroying everything. Wait. Summon an enemy queen. When it is captured, multiply the current combo length times 2. That could be pretty fucking good. Because, like, say that was the last thing I got there, I would have had a times 22 combo instead of times 11. And then I assume I could upgrade this, so then it's multiplying it by 5, let's say, or 6. And then with the head start, I have even more. Essentially just meaning when I capture the queen, just I win. That's not bad. Is there anything I'm willing to trade for that? Probably extra burden, because I'm kind of getting that from Rook resist. And then just upgrade that, I guess. So now I want to save the queen for last. So I could go like bang, 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 bang. Wait, where'd the queen go? Did I just unwittingly capture it? I either just unwittingly captured it or... Oh, I just noticed something. So the rook upgrade from way long ago that I completely forgot about, what it does is, so the second upgrade, I could jump over pieces. The last upgrade I just got is I destroy all the pieces as I jump over them. So I'm going to jump over all 3 of those, and it gives me all of them together. Okay. And I think that's when I captured the queen. I mean, that's whatever. It is just adding one to it. Okie dokie. I think I'm going to do absolutely fine here. So I could save this rook to capture that. For everything else, let's just capture, 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 capture. Ooh, I moved the rook that could capture that. Move that there, that there, that there. I think this is gonna put me over. No, it's not. I mean, I could probably just capture one more, or I could capture the queen right now, and that's probably gonna put me. It didn't put me way over. But I did get to a combo 43, which is pretty fucking good. Starting the combo length higher because that kind of goes well with my queen. And I don't have any. I guess I do have money, so. I think I'm alright. So where's the queen? So this rook is staying there to capture that queen. Every other rook is allowed to move. It shifts everything randomly. So I can't really plan who is going to capture the queen. Just gonna leave a couple pieces up there by the queen, so statistically one of them will probably be in a spot where I could capture the queen. Although I do think this might be the final boss. Oh, I didn't even need to capture the queen to do it. Probably could have ended that a while ago. Combo length increasing by 2 on each capture. That sounds pretty solid, especially kind of have more of a combo length build than a rook build at this point. Which one would I want to replace with that though? Because I really like spawning more pieces. The head start, maybe? Honestly, probably rook rampage. Get that. So now I start on combo 6, and every single time I capture, it goes up by 4. So I'm going to go incredibly high in the combo very quickly, and then if I ever capture the queen, currently it's going to multiply it by 3. So if I do, like, what? If I do one move and then capture the queen, I'm already at combo 30, which is insane. Insanely high combo for no reason. So yeah, like, I'm already at combo 21, boom, queen, combo 75. So that means each of these captures is worth so much, significantly so much more than what it was previously. Although I'm starting to slow down a lot. Have I gotten too confident? I only have 3 moves left. This is my last move. So I may have gotten a little too confident. A little bit too big for my britches, and I apologize. That was such a good run. It was such a good run, but I want to do a victory lap and capture the queen right off the bat. When I could have just saved it for later, and probably could have... If I waited to capture the queen for, like, one more move, I would have been completely fine. If I waited 2 more moves, I would have been done probably on the next move. But I just had to do it 1 too early. Fuck. Okay. Well, I think that's enough for this game. I don't know if I said it before, but this game, I did get early access to the game from the developer, so again, big thank you for that. Although the game is coming out, I believe it's tomorrow as of the time of the stream. Probably by the time the video comes out, the game is already going to be out, so go check it out on Steam. It was really fun. I feel like there's a lot of really interesting builds, and it kind of... It does this weird sort of thing where I haven't seen with chess, where A lot of times when you play chess, obviously, it's meant to be like a back and forth type of game, whereas this is more of that trying to go for as long as you can, that sort of combo thing. So it's just a very different way of playing chess. I think it's interesting. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me.